Hello, good night, good evening, good morning, whatever you are. And today we are starting our broadcast. And today I will show you how to migrate your first Java application to AWS. And I decided to share this knowledge to our friends Java developers because there is lots of technology a Java developer needed to know, needed to learn. The Java technology evolves very fast, and we, as a Java developer, we spent lots of time with all those frameworks, all those technology that evolve around Java. And most of the time you have no enough time to deal with the new technology that appears in the marketing. And I face lots of fears to start practicing cloud computing because um, the first time I I had that needed the first time I needed to deal with cloud computing. I saw that the Amazon AWS has maybe 100, a little more than 100 services, but each one that service has much more features, many more features, lots of features. And if you try to learn everything, you will see that AWS has more than 2,000 features. And that is scary for every developer. But the best thing, the best news is that you don't need to learn all the services. In we as a Java developer, there is only few services that you need to learn to start to use the AWS cloud environment. And today I will show you how to migrate a small application. In this application, you will use the EC2. And EC2, let me tell you a little about EC2. EC2 is nothing more than a virtual machine on AWS. So a EC2, you can create this virtual machine. You can access that machine by SSH, and you can deploy your application, and you can create a auto-scale group. You can scale that machine. You can create a load balancer when you instantiate two or more machine, and the load balancer will uh, distribute the traffic among those machines. And that is the way a little bit about EC2. So EC2 is the entry door, the entry door to the cloud computing on AWS. And it can do the first service you need to learn. Let's start here. Let's start to migrate your application. Let me share my screen here, and uh, let's see if you can see my screen. All right. Can you see my screen? Can you type it here on the chat? And you can also ask some question on the chat. Please put your question here. What is the main challenge you face to about the cloud computing? How what is your main challenge? What is the most difficult for you to deal with this all this technology around the cloud computing? And you can put it on the chat. Uh, your name, from where are you from, and you can ask questions about the AWS and cloud computing. So to get started, we are going to AWS console. It is console.aws.amazon.com. We're gonna log in into the console. I just changed my password here, but I think everything is okay. So how do we start to migrate application to AWS? We have an application here. This is a small Java application with Spring Boot. There is a main class. There is a controller here that we are going to test. And that is use this application and on my machine on premise. We say on premise. It is when we use our environment in your local machine. So let's open this folder here. This microservice, small application. So let's start the application. Just a moment. So here we're starting a local application. In the meantime, let's see the second application. There's a project of a small microservice, and how can you do that? I'll open Git Bash here, and I'm version this application on GitHub. And what I want to do now, I want to publish this application, this microservice on AWS environment. So how do I do that? You started here the Eureka service, but what I want to start here is the microservices, the customer microservice. So let's get started. Spring Boot run. At the end, Spring Boot run. Hi guys, listen to me. How is the sound? How can you see the image, the transmission? Somebody can put here on the chat if the transmission is okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see my face? If you have some question, please let me know. So the application is online here. So let's connect it to the application. Localhost is 8081. Customer base get. Let's see. And the point here is greeting and the name. So let's put greetings and my name or your name. So my application is running local here, but I wanted this application to be deployed on AWS. So how do I do that? Let's open the AWS console here. Here's the AWS console. And here on services, on compute, you click on EC2. EC2, as I said, EC2 is a virtual machine on AWS environment. And let's click on create instance. Let's choose a free machine here, a small machine. Then you can click on next. Here, you are use the common options here. Click on next. Here is when you configure the storage, you use the default storage. Tags, you can group your resources using tags, so it is easier for you to find your resource late. So this is project can be hangout. Live class can be this one, live class. Click on next. Then here an important thing here. Here is the security group. Security group is like the basic firewall on AWS. In the security group, you are gonna open the doors to access the application. So sometimes your application will not be accessible on AWS because you didn't open the doors here. So my application, I want to open the port 22 to access via the port TCP, HTTP, because I want to the web page be accessible. And also I want to open another port TCP 80, 80, and one more port I want to open 80, 81. Maybe there is another one, but I don't remember. What is this port? Eureka 8761. 8761. So those are the ports I want to open here. Let's review. I have to put the address network, review and launch. So let's launch our machine. An important point here, a key pair. The key pair is the credential for you to access your machine on AWS. So if you don't have this key pair, will not be able to access your machine via SSH. So it's very important to create this key pair. In fact, I created my one. You can put the name here and download that key pair. In my case, I have already downloaded the key pair, so I will use an existing key pair. And you have to check here, you acknowledge that you have access to the private key. So let's just launch that instance. Let's click here. This is our instance. I will put a name here, is live class, just to not confuse the machines. So the machine is still initializing, and it's a very simple. It's very simple to create your EC2 machine, but there is some important points when you need to scale or to use a more powerful machine. Is that there is several category of machines, and some of them are common for common use, for daily use. Other are optimized to high demand on CPU. Other ones are very optimized for high use of memory, and other ones are optimized to use the high CPU, other high memory, other high use of disks, other are used to process graphics. So when you have to use, maybe to use on artificial intelligence, you should use a machine that have a graphic processing. And if you want to use the application that use um, too much access to memory. So you should use a memory optimized machine. So this is some points that you have to regard to consider when you choose your machine. Uh, let's see if this is okay now. No, I think it's not ready yet. It's still initializing. So what do you do after that? Let me show you here the next steps. Next steps, we are going to create the machine. We are going to install Maven. We are going to install Git. We are going to install besides Git, you are going to install also Java, Maven, and Git. So you can deploy your application on this machine on the AWS. Uh, so let's see if it's all okay here with our machine. Okay, our machine is ready. So let's try to access our machine right now. Let's open git bash here. SSH. Uh, you have to know where is your key pair. So my key pair is on the default downloader. Download CD. Download. Download. And here's my key pair. So I need to have access to this key pair to access my machine. And I was access it SSH minus E lamp to key pair and EC2 user at this address here. Warning here, say yes. And okay, we are on our EC2 machine. So what happened here? You create that machine on AWS environment. It is on California because I'm using the region of California. And then on my local machine, I use the SSH to access my EC2 machine. So let's make some installation here. Let's update the machine. I think it's okay, just a moment. And How are the transmission? Are you guys? Can you hear me very well? Can you hear me badly? How are you doing, guys? Um, so you updated the machine. Now you are going to install Java. Uh, you install Java. We are studying Java on our EC2 machine. Sudo yum install Java. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys have some question? Do you guys have some question? Feel free to ask it, whatever you need. Have you guys have some experience on the cloud? If it is the first time you are on the cloud, please let me know uh, from where you are. If you are Java developers, and what's happening here? We installed Java. You can see Java version. One more thing, just a moment here. I will save this command here because if I have some time, I will show one more trick to help you deploy more quickly your application on AWS. So install the Java. We need to install Maven. Yum install Maven. This machine is a very basic machine. So we don't have many software installed on this machine, but there is other machine. There is several machines, and others can be already can have applications, can have software already working. But for our class, you are taking a very basic machine. So we install Maven. I will save this text here just for a moment. Let's see, Maven minus version. Nvn minus version. So Maven is okay. And you need to install Git also. So let's put yum sudo yum minus yum install Git. I'll copy this guy here just for a moment. Let's say yes. So you have a Git here. Okay. Now, as you can see, everything we are doing here, we are doing on the EC2 machine. Now, I will go back to my local machine where my application is running. Let me open another console here on my small microservice. In fact, I have already committed my application. So application is on GitHub. If I want to know where my application are on GitHub, I can give it git remote -v, and I can see here where is my small microservice. What I want to do now, put my application on my EC2 machine. So let's create a folder here. So I will put my application here on this folder project. So how do I bring my application to AWS environment? I can do that using Git. So I can use Git clone https github.com/cloud for Java /customer microservice my password here. What happened? github.com https github.com customer microservices. What happened? We clone our microservice into our local machine. Okay. cd customer microservice. It starts. We are in branch master. And what we will do now? That is compile our microservice. And then clean install. What happened? Customer microservice. So let's do a clean install here. Oh, maybe I have a small problem here. Let's see. Let's start. There's not to commit here. Tipo. Okay, let's skip the test for now. Skip tests. Let's skip the tests and build our application. What happened here? Well, let's take a look in this application. Let's see my small application here. Okay. Just a moment, please. I have a small problem on this application, and I thought it was already solved, but I think not. There is this main app here, and there is other main app here. What I needed to do, because you don't need two main application.
Mas ele fazer as coisas escondidas para trancar. Chegar aqui e ver isso.
Okay, so let's save here, commit changes, just to short our path here. So let's give a git pull. Diff. Git show. Okay. So nvn clean install -d skip tests. Now the application is okay. Let's start the application here. nvn is spring boot run. The application is almost ready. There is a message here because I didn't open the second service. But we only need one service. So that is work with only one service. The service you needed to access remote application. How do we do that? You copy the public IP and then we will use the public IP here and access the customer view one ratings and so on. The port is 8081 or 8080, I don't know. So let's see how to access the application on AWS. Don't know if it is the latest version. Can get here. But I don't have I have no message. Let's see. What is the messaging you should have here? Let's commit the local changes. No, there is nothing to be committed here. No Java class to commit. You have a get method here. And you have a greetings method. The greetings flash and my name. But we have a small problem. Let's see the log. So let's see what's happened here. If you guys know something about what has happened, feel free to say here. If you use the other method here, the other method is okay, but you can see the response, but it is working. So as you can see, you have a 200 here. You get the response, but it's not appearing in the browser. Let's open another window here. And it's okay, there is no problem. But it's not rendering, it's not being rendering in our browser. I also, let's stop this guy here. I also want to start the Eureka client. Let's open another screen here. I will open two console here. CD this console, CD downloads, and I will open the machine here, and I will open Aws here, and CD projects, CD customer, no, let's enter the Eureka service. A little delay here, no problem. NVN Spring and boot. Come on, run. Let's connect to this machine. And spring and boot. Point run. We are going to connect it two machines here. Let's see what are preventing machine to start. Customer microservice. CD customer microservice. MVN spring boot run. So let's run spring boot here. Oh man, I always forget. You're right. Let's see if I can take part.
Queria mais servir com nossa geladeira aqui.
/8721 /8721. What we have here, we have the Eureka server that are deployed on AWS, and the other application is our endpoint. have an endpoint here, but so here is what I want to show. We deployed our server on AWS, and the Eureka server has registered the small application we deployed here, there. You have a application here, localhost, not localhost. There is no instance registered, but our instance is running there. So we can call this application, and that one that they are deploying on AWS. And here, deploy your application. As you can see, you have the application here on local machine. This application is working here. And then we committed that application on GitHub. And then you create our EC2 machine on AWS using the console. Let's see here again, the console AWS. Let's see the console. We create our machine in console AWS, and then using SSH, you could access that machine and deploy our Spring Boot application. And you have other tabs here. You can monitor your machine, the access, CPU utilization. You can see network utilization, and lots of metrics you can the machine. So that's the way you can create your machine on AWS. Now I want to show an easier way to do that. So let's see another machine here. I will stop another machine. I'm not using here. Remember to stop your machine. Hours to use your machine. But if you have two machines, so maybe you can spend more than the 3 hours you have. Now, I want to create another instance and show one more trick that you will avoid you to spend too much time deploying and installing software in your machine. You are going to create the machine, add the storage, add the tags, security group. But there is one step back that you can do something more special. Here on advanced details, you can here on user data, you can put the command you want to execute on when the machine is created. So what I want to show you here is that you can put your commands, your creation commands here. So what you are gonna do, what we are gonna do, you are going to create the installation of Java, of Maven, and Git automatically when machine is created. So when you put this on advanced user data, and they put the data here, and then this command will be executed when machine is created. So click on next, storage, and security group. The security group, I want to use the security group I have already used on the previous machine. The security group, you can put one or more security group here. Uh, this has the port 88, 8081, 8761. This security group is okay because I want to use the Eureka parts here. So click on review and launch. So let's launch the machine. I use the key pair that I have already created on the previous machine, and click on launch instance. So the instances are being created. Uh, so that's okay. Uh, well, let me see what else here I can present for you while the machine is initializing. Uh, let's duplicate this tab here. Let's see a little more about the EC2. EC2, you have a snapshot. Snapshots, you create a snapshot of the storage of your machine. So if you want to stop your machine, you want to terminate your machine, and you don't want to lose your data, you can create a snapshot as a backup of your machine. And from that snapshot, you can also create an image of the storage. So from that image that you create from your machine, you can create many replicas based on the image that you create from your machine. So the snapshot is one step in the to have a copy of the data, and the image is another step when you can have uh, a image that you can replicate your machine how many times you want. Uh, let's see if the machine is ready now. Maybe not. So let me show you some more tips here on EC2 while the machine is starting. The machine is okay. So let's access the machine again here on the Fish tab. You can use the public DNS or you can use the public IP. I will access this machine with the public IP right now. As you can see, the connection was closed here. Uh, we are in the folder download where my key pair is. So SSH -E uh, key pair, lamp to key pair, EC2 user. At I will use the I will use the public DNS here to access the machine. Yes. So let's see if it is okay with your machine. Let's see if we install the Git. Git Java means version and mvn minus version. I don't know if this machine is ready yet, but I think it's ready. I don't know. But when you put the user data, this user data will execute that commands for you. But here you didn't install the Java, nor mvn, nor Git. But so this is the second machine that I wanted to show, is that the command that you use in your machine, you can put it in your user data. So the machine you execute that command when the machine is created. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for watching. And if you have any question, you guys can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is DorivalQ. And you can ask me question. You can ask a question on LinkedIn. And I will let you AWS free course that I created to help you developer to not spend too much time to learn cloud computing skill. So this course is course1.cloud4java.com. You will access that course, so you will receive it in your email this free course, so you can learn cloud computing skill and improve your career and improve your skills on cloud, the AWS cloud. So let me put this course here on the chat. Uh, let's put it here on chat. Let's stop presenting audio now. I put in this chat the name of the course, so you can access the course, and I put the free course. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great night. You have a great day tomorrow, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye, guys. See you then.